Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, any day of the week, every time we're here on a Monday, on a Wednesday, on a Friday, maybe sometimes a weekend, there's always a lot of breaking news. Come on. I think there's just too much talk of like smoking of the meats, but anyway, the very first thing we're going to talk about is SAG-AFTRA right now because they have been officially, the board has gone forward and has approved the animation agreement for SAG-AFTRA's animated movie contract. It's going down to the membership. They'll have to vote on it as well. And then once they vote on it, it'll be ratified into an actual contract for 3 years. So they sent it to the board approved it. It's ready to go. Finally, the animation strike will be coming to an end because nobody wants to have strikes happen. They really don't. I mean, they weren't really a strike, but it was on a hold. Nobody wants to see that. But IATSE might want to see that, everybody, because IATSE had a huge meeting with the Teamsters over the weekend, and their contract expires July 31st, as we said multiple times. 2,000 crew members showed up for this on Sunday at Woodley Park in Encino, which isn't too far from here, actually. And Sean O'Brien, who is the president of the International Board of Brotherhood for the Teamsters, came forward and he was having a whole word about this. And he said, "We are not afraid of a strike. If these greedy corporations, whether it's Amazon, Netflix, Sony, Disney, if they choose not to reward our members, they are putting themselves on strike. We will put them on their back, on their knees, begging for mercy." I mean, that sounds like another catchphrase for the bringer of meats. But yeah, I'm just saying, be careful what you ask for because a strike might happen this summer. And honestly, it wouldn't be good. We don't want to see that ever happen because it could cause work just to stop again. But I do like to kind of see this, though, is that Apple has been sued. Well, they've been told they have to pay back $1.95 billion from the European Commission. They've came forward and said that what they've been doing with Apple Music has been against all their fair trade. And so because of that, Spotify was complaining about this, saying what they've been doing on their actual apps and on their phones is they're applying something that stops it so people know that there's other manageable and cheaper forms of music out there they can have on their phones. And so they're actually been making some so that stuff doesn't show up. Well, now the EU says they have to strip away all these things that actually stop you from being able to see these ads for Spotify. It's probably iHeartRadio. I mean, Spotify was the big one that came forward, but they're ordered to do this. So they're called anti-steering provisions will be taken away from all the apps, and now they'll be able to refrain from repeating infringement they're hoping for in the future, so that apps like Spotify can also be on your Apple devices, and you can actually enjoy them without being fear that they're going to stop having fair trade and other options for your Apple devices. So very interesting to see that, but that's a lot of money. I'm kind of shocked, like $1.95 billion. So Apple probably didn't like that. Just as much as Terrance Howard, I should say. Terrance Howard's probably pissed off about his taxes because it sounds like he's been pissed about his taxes for a long time. But Terrance Howard, we know him from Empire. He's been around for a long time. He was an Iron Man before, but a federal judge ordered him to pay nearly $1 million in back taxes with interest and penalties. And for a long time, he has been like, I'm not paying taxes. He said this because he said it's immoral for the United States government to charge taxes to descendants of slaves. And which he says that's what I am, and so I shouldn't have to pay taxes. So it stands that right now he's been charged with ignoring the IRS, and he had initially was $575,000 in income taxes, but he's been failing to pay since back in 2010. So that's a long time not to pay taxes. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen with this. He doesn't pay the money. That's what it is. You got to pay your taxes. I know it sucks that people were infringed upon their rights for a long time, but it's the government, and they're going to make you pay those taxes. It's going to happen. The original Rhodey, you're right. It's going to happen. No, Rhodey doesn't want to pay his taxes, and honestly, Apple also is going through a change at Foundation, which is making me a little bit nervous about this, guys. I love the show Foundation. I really have liked it a lot. David S. Goyer, I think he's phenomenal. I think he's in a lot of good projects with his writing. I mean, Man of Steel, I know people go shit about that, but I still like his work with that. I like his superhero stuff. He worked with, of course, Christopher Nolan, the Batman movies. Been around for a long time, and he has been spearheading as executive producer, showrunner of Foundation. I love the show. Love it so much. He's also been directing. Well, now because of budgetary constraints, they're pulling him away from this. And he's only going to be in Los Angeles, working as showrunner and executive producer, working on scripts, but he's taking them off set. And he started shooting 3 episodes, the first 3 episodes of the next season. And they had about 80% of the first one done. And they were saying about 30 to 50% of the second and third episodes. But now they're bringing a new director in because, again, they're saying budget cuts, which is interesting. I guess he's probably just trying to make like a big budget movie all the time. But that's why the show works so well. It's so freaking good. If you see it, it's amazing, and it deserves a big budget thing. So hopefully the next season doesn't suck, and now we have 2 people in a room the whole time, like with like 4 walls, and that's it. I'm worried about it. I'm really worried about it. But anyway, so Tim Southam is coming in to take over, and he's worked on a bunch of projects. One Piece is one of his latest ones he's been working on directing. So I honestly am worried about it, guys. I'm honestly worried about it because I love this show, and I hope that the changing of the guard on set doesn't make it for a worse project. Now, he has experience, so maybe he'll be okay, but I'm worried about him. I was also worried about Jamie Foxx for a long time, but Jamie Foxx coming back, everybody. Jamie Foxx, that right, is returning to beat Shazam. So last season he couldn't do because of the health scare. He stepped away for a while, and he was just trying to take care of himself. We were talking about the hospitalization multiple times in the show, but now he's able to come forward. He's been executive producing it. Now he'll be back on air with his daughter again as his co-host DJ. So good for Jamie Foxx. Finally feeling better. Excited to see what he takes that next. It's good that he's out there and working again. I'm really happy for him. Something else I'm surprised about, though, is this show Tracker. Now, this came out. They were playing a million ads during the Super Bowl. Like, that's all I remember seeing. It was like Tracker, a beer commercial, Tracker, beer commercial. It just seemed like it was insane how many times they were showing it. My mom likes this show, but the trailers didn't do it for me. But again, who knows? Because it's got a season 2 pickup already. So Paramount's like, let's make a season 2 happen. CBS renewed it. And I hope that the people that have been watching it are excited about this. Again, Justin Hartley, I think he's a great actor, but I just never had a chance to check it out because I just was like, the ads didn't do it for me. And ads have to sell something. So I hope that if you like this show, you're excited about Tracker coming back for a season 2. We'll see. I might check it out now. Maybe I'll check it out. No, I have no urge to rush to my television set and turn it on, but maybe I'll sit down for a second and check it out. But I do like Only Murders in the Building. We've been talking about this for a while. It's coming back. They're shooting the new season in Los Angeles, and they're talking about more casting news. They released some pictures of like the main 3 just sitting there on set hanging out. But Kumail Nanjiani is coming in actually to take off a pretty big role they're seeing in the new series. So they're calling it like it's mostly under wraps. That's how it always goes. They don't want to tell you anything, but they're saying that his character is going to be very influential in the whole investigation of the season. So they're saying he's going to be more than just a day player. You're going to have a lot of him moving forward. So I think he's a very big talent. I think he could be funny. He's funny. He's charming. I think that he got a raw deal when they did the Eternals. I thought he was good in that, but that movie just kind of wasn't the best movie ever. But I hope he's well. Hope he does well for him. But speaking of superheroes, again, we got some more Superman casting coming forward, everybody, because they finally cast some more people coming forward. Well, at least we've cast the boss of Daily Planet right now. When Wendell Pierce is coming forward to play Perry White. Now, Perry White's been played by multiple people through the years. Jackie Cooper and the original ones. Frank Langella. I love that guy. He's fucking awesome. And Lawrence Fishburne in the Man of Steel franchise, which did a great job too. And I've seen this guy in multiple things. Suits, The Wire. He was in Jack Ryan. They did the Odd Couple spinoff a long time ago. He was in that. Michael J. Fox show. Horrible Bosses. He's going to go into the theatrical world. So I think he's a talent. It's interesting. I want to see how it goes. Again, the Superman whole thing is a lot of changes. They're shooting now, so we'll have more news about that as we move forward. And James Gunn also shot down. There's an image of Corn Sweat out there. And don't call me cheap. Don't call me cheap. That's great. But there was a picture of Corn Sweat out there where he was in the suit. People are like, is this real? And James Gunn's like, this is not fucking real. So if you see that picture of like a full body Superman, it's a fake. People are photoshopping it. It's not real. But we do have Perry White finally. Can't wait to see how this Superman turns out. But I'm also interested in the Karate Kid because we have more casting for Karate Kid. Joshua Jackson from Dawson's Creek himself is coming in to play a part they're not really saying. There he's saying, again, another big part for this movie. Of course, we got Jackie Chan back. We got Ralph Macchio back. And then, with this new person, they're not really saying what he's going to be doing, but he's going to be very influential in all the characters. Big part, Joshua Jackson. And honestly, Dawson's Creek again, this is what I go back to in my world, but also Ben Wang's in this too. Hopefully it's a good production too. I love the Cobra Kai show. So I hope they try to tie that into this as well. Another show coming back, it was probably popular with Dawson's Creek too, is Sex and the City. They never really stopped, but Sex and the City is coming to Netflix, everybody, starting tomorrow. April 1st. I'm thinking about the other one. April 1st, you can watch all of Sex and the City. So get ready to see this. The whole crew is coming to Netflix, and get excited if you love it. I mean, HBO has this whole deal. Zaslav signed away a lot of the shows to get distribution on Netflix. Of course, we saw Ballers over there. We saw the Harry Potters. There's been like all these different movies, all the Justice League stuff. Everything's over there. So Zaslav's just making all these deals, and there's another show for them that's moving forward there. But also some not so mean girls. These are, but the actual Mean Girls are coming. That's right, everybody. Tomorrow on Paramount Plus, you can check out Mean Girls, a musical that came up in theaters not too long ago, and now it's officially going to be out there on Paramount Plus. So if you get a chance to see it, maybe you want to check it out. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out on Paramount Plus. I'm not really sure about it. I keep coming back and forth about this. I like the movie. The initial one was great. The second one, though, I didn't see in theaters, missed it in March, but hopefully, no, it's coming out. It was when was it? It was in 2024. So it was a while ago this actually came out. But yeah, hopefully
December,
it's good.
I think it was late.
Was that what it was? I was like trying to think. It's been a while. But yeah, no, people love it. People love it. I mean, so hopefully it does well on streaming too. You get a chance to check it out. You'll be able to check it out now. And good for them. Good for them. I guess I lost another picture here. This program's been a little weird sometimes. Like the pictures pop up, they disappear. But the ASC Awards were yesterday. Yesterday, everybody. ASC Awards were yesterday too. Again, another big award show. But again, not as big as the Oscars next weekend. But theatrical feature film went to Oppenheimer. And you also had documentary going to King Cole, episode of a 1 hour regular series went to Miss Maisel, limited anthology series or motion picture made went to Boston Strangler, episode half-hour series, Tricky Legacies on Barry, that was that episode, and also music video went to At Home, performed by John Bryant. So yeah, ASC Awards, you know what, they're good. Not one of my big ones, but it's still noteworthy of saying. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. So happy to have you all here on a Monday going through the news. It's great. It's really fun. Nothing really stands out crazy today, but I think that Only Murders in the Building is going to be a lot of fun this season, so I can't wait to see. I'm just worried about Foundation. I love that show so much. Oppenheimer always wins everything. This is its season. It's a season. Barbie and Oppenheimer. We'll see how the Oscars break down. I was talking to a friend over the weekend, too, being like, I think Barbie might beat Oppenheimer at the Oscars. I'm like, I don't know. It could happen.
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer. Could they both win? They should just both be able to win. That'd be cool, right?
I still think it's a sin that Greta didn't get at least a nomination for Best Director.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, honestly, after all the praise it's gotten and what it's done for cinema this year, like, come on, it was really good. But that they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't do it. But it helped out a lot. The whole Barbenheimer movement was awesome.